My child, you have been running, searching, striving, and yet your heart still feels restless. You have prayed until your voice grew weary, and you have cried until your tears felt empty. You wonder if I am listening. You wonder if I am moving. You wonder if I have turned my face away. But I tell you now, be still. You do not see it, but I am moving. You do not feel it, but I am here. You do not understand it, but I am working all things for your good. I know the road you walk has been long. I know there are nights you stare into the dark and whisper, Lord, where are you? I know you have moments when the silence feels louder than my promises. But I am not absent in the silence. I am working in it. I am the God who spoke creation into existence with a word, yet I am also the God who weaves every detail of your life with care in my perfect timing. Do you remember what I told you? Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. I did not tell you to figure it all out. I did not tell you to carry the weight alone. I told you to be still because I am already carrying what you cannot. The enemy wants you to think that stillness means nothing is happening. But stillness is not the absence of my power. It is the place where you surrender to it. In the stillness, I fight battles you cannot see. In the stillness, I open doors you do not even know are there. In the stillness, I prepare blessings greater than what you have been asking for. You see the pain of this moment. I see the purpose it will birth. You see the loss. I see the harvest it will bring. You see what is breaking. I see what I am building. Do you remember Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and thrown into prison? For years, it looked like I had abandoned him, but every step, every injustice, every closed door was leading him to the very place where I would lift him up to save not only his family, but a nation. And when he looked back, he could say, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. Genesis 50:20. So it is with you. The story I am writing in your life may not make sense right now, but one day you will look back and see how every chapter was necessary. Nothing is wasted in my hands, not the tears, not the waiting, not the battles. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not overlooked your faithfulness. I have not ignored your pain. I am weaving it all together, every thread, every moment, every heartbreak, into something that will bring you joy, peace, and a testimony that will strengthen others. I know you want answers now, but sometimes the most loving thing I can do is slow you down so that you can learn to trust me in the waiting. I know you want the storm to end, but sometimes I allow the storm so you can learn that I am your shelter. I know you want the path to be clear, but sometimes I lead you step by step, so you will learn to follow my voice, not your own understanding. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. Even now, angels are moving at my command. Doors are being unlocked. Chains are breaking. Prayers you prayed years ago are rising before me like incense, and I am answering them in ways far greater than you imagined. I know you do not see the full picture yet. That is because I am the author, and the chapter you are in is not the end. Be still. Rest in my hands. Stop trying to force what only I can bring to pass. The same hands that formed the mountains and told the oceans where to stop, those same hands are holding your life together right now. My child, I have not failed you yet, and I will not start now. Be still, my child. I know the world around you demands movement. I know your thoughts race ahead, trying to solve every problem, to fix every broken piece, to understand every why and when. But I am whispering to your soul right now, be still. You think stillness means nothing is happening. You think silence means I am far away. But I tell you, my silence is not absence. It is strategy. It is the quiet before the dawn breaks. It is the pause before the symphony swells to its greatest beauty. When Israel stood trapped between the Red Sea and Pharaoh's army, fear consumed them. They cried out, "What will we do?" And my servant Moses told them, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Exodus 14:14. In that moment, they could not see the wind I was sending to part the waters. They could not see the path I had already prepared beneath the waves. All they could see was danger. All they could feel was fear. But in the unseen, I was working their deliverance. You are standing in that same place now. The sea is in front of you. The enemy presses from behind, and your heart is pounding. But I am the same God who split the waters then, and I have not changed. What looks like delay to you is divine timing to me. What feels like stillness to you is the strength I am pouring into you while you wait. Be still, not because you are powerless, but because I am powerful. Be still not because you have given up, but because you have given in to my will. Be still not because nothing matters, but because you know I matter more than everything. I am not asking you to close your eyes and pretend the storm is not real. I am asking you to fix your eyes on me and remember that I am greater than the storm. Did I not say, "Peace, be still," Mark 4:39, to the wind and waves, and they obeyed? And if the sea itself listens to, my voice will not your situation yield to my command. The enemy wants you restless, anxious, and distracted because a restless heart cannot hear my whispers. But when you are still, your spirit begins to pick up the sound of my steps. You will hear me guiding, aligning, and arranging things far beyond your reach. You will see doors open that no man can shut. You will feel chains break without you even touching the lock. I know you want to act. I know you want to fight for yourself, to prove your worth, to defend your name. But I tell you this, I am your defender. I am your advocate. I am your shield and your exceedingly great reward. Genesis 15:1. Your part is to stay close to me and let me be God. Do not confuse stillness with inactivity. Stillness is not weakness, it is warfare in the Spirit. When you choose to trust instead of panic, you are declaring war on fear. When you choose to worship instead of worry, you are striking the enemy's camp with the sound of victory before the battle even begins. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Not just believe it in your mind, know it in your bones. Know it so deeply that even if the earth shakes, your faith will not. Know it so completely that no matter what the report says, you rest in the truth that I am working all things, yes, all things for your good, Romans 8:28. Right now, you don't see the whole picture. You see puzzle pieces scattered across the floor of your life. Some are dark and jagged, some are bright and beautiful, and you can't understand how they fit together. But I am the master artist. From where I sit, every piece has its place. And when I put them together, you will step back and see a masterpiece that only my hand could create. So trust me with the pieces you don't understand. Trust me with the ones you wish you could throw away. Trust me with the chapters of your story that feel like they will never make sense. Because I do not waste pain. I do not ignore tears. I do not overlook faithfulness, no matter how small it seems. Be still and let me finish what I started. Be still and let me show you that my timing is perfect. Be still and you will see that I have been fighting for you all along. My child, I am not just working for your good, I am working for my glory. And when my glory is revealed in your life, the very things that tried to destroy you will become the testimony that sets others free. Hold your ground, rest your heart, loosen your grip on the how and when, and cling to the who. Because I am the one who began this good work in you, and I am faithful to bring it to completion. Philippians 1:6. Be still and know this. You are in the hands of the God who never loses. And I say to you, my beloved, do not measure my goodness by the speed of your breakthrough. Do not think that delay means I have turned my face away. For my word declares in Isaiah 55:8-9, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways. My ways declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. What I am building in you is not temporary relief, but eternal strength. What I am weaving is not just a momentary blessing, but a tapestry of glory that will speak of my faithfulness long after this trial is over. I see the moments you pray and feel nothing. I see the nights you lie awake wondering if you misunderstood my promise. I see the days when the weight of waiting presses heavy on your chest, and I am there not as a distant observer, but as the one holding your heart together when you think it will break apart. Be still and know that I am God. Be still even when the storm still rages. Be still not because the battle is small, but because I am greater than the battle. Remember Paul's words in Romans 8:28, words, I have preserved for your comfort. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. This is not a verse for perfect days. It is a lifeline for the days when all you see is loss, confusion, and silence. The good I am working is not always visible in the moment. Sometimes it is the unseen good, the strengthening of your faith, the humbling of your heart, the deepening of your trust that is most precious to me. Child, I am not only answering your prayers, I am also shaping you into the kind of person who can carry the answer without it crushing you. I am removing the fear that would keep you from stepping into your calling. I am uprooting the lies that would sabotage your blessing. I am tearing down the strongholds that would poison the promise. So rest in me. Rest not in the certainty of outcomes, but in the certainty of my character. Rest in the truth that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. Rest in knowing that every tear you cry is noticed, every prayer you whisper is heard, and every step you take in faith is rewarded. The waiting is not wasted. It is the sacred ground where I prepare miracles. It is the holy space where your roots grow deeper, where your heart learns to beat in rhythm with mine. Do not despise the quiet, for in the quiet I am whispering things that can only be heard when the noise of striving has faded. If you could see the fullness of what I am preparing, you would not rush me. You would not trade this process for the fastest breakthrough in the world. For when I give in abundance, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Luke 6:38. So take courage, hold fast to my word, and when the weight of the weight feels unbearable, remember this, you are not holding on to me nearly as tightly as I am holding on to you. I will finish what I have started, and when you look back, you will see that even the hardest chapters were pages I wrote for your redemption. Be still, my beloved. I am working all things for your good. And I say to you, even now, while you feel the ache of unanswered questions, I am closer than the air you breathe. My spirit hovers over you like a protective covering, shielding you from dangers you cannot see, delivering you from snares the enemy set for you before you even woke this morning. You wonder why the road has been so long, why the valleys seem to stretch farther than the mountaintops. But my child, valleys are not punishment. They are preparation. You cannot grow fruit on the mountaintop without the rain of the valley. You cannot bear the weight of glory without first learning the weight of trust. Do you remember Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned in a foreign land, yet in every stage of suffering, I was positioning him for a purpose. Genesis 39:2 declares, "The Lord was with Joseph so that he prospered." Not after the trial, not once the prison door swung open, but right there in the middle of it. So it is with you. I am with you in the unseen places, the lonely rooms, the restless nights. I am with you when the enemy whispers, God has forgotten you, and I silence that lie with the truth, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. You think you are waiting on me, but there are times I am waiting on you, waiting for you to release what you're still gripping so I can place something better in your hands. Waiting for you to believe that I am good even when I say not yet. Waiting for you to trust that my delay is not denial but divine timing. When I formed the stars, I set each one in its appointed place. They do not rush their rising, nor do they delay their setting. When I told the waves, you may come this far and no farther. Job 38:11, they obeyed without question. All of creation rests in my timing, will you? My beloved, I am not slow in keeping my promise, as some understand slowness. Peter 3:9. My timing is perfect because it is wrapped in love. I see the danger ahead you do not see. I hear the conversations you cannot hear. I know the hearts of people you trust and the hearts of people you fear, and I will not allow anything to touch you that will not ultimately serve my purpose for you. When the door finally opens, you will walk through with such peace that you will know this is not chance, this is God. And the peace will not come from the absence of trials, but from the presence of the one who carried you through them. I am teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Sight says, I will believe it when I see it. Faith says, I will believe because God said it. And blessed are you when you believe before the breakthrough, because the blessing then becomes deeper than the gift. It becomes the giver himself. So come to me. Bring me your disappointment, your frustration, your weariness. Do not hide your tears, for they are precious to me, stored in my bottle, recorded in my book, Psalm 56:8. Do not fear your weakness, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. You are not too late. You have not missed your moment. The path I have prepared for you cannot be stolen, and the destiny I have written for you cannot be erased. Stand still, my child, not in passivity, but in trust. Lift your eyes to me, and you will see I am doing a new thing. Even now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. And I say to you again, do not despise the small steps, for each one is part of the journey I have designed. The seed does not look like the tree yet. Hidden within it is the fullness of what it will become. You may feel small now, overlooked, and insignificant, but my plans for you have been written since before the foundations of the earth. Ephesians chapter 10. Nothing and no one can uproot what I have planted in you. There are days when the silence feels heavy, when you pray and the answer does not come in the way you expect. But I tell you this, my silence is not absence. Often it is the space where I am working most powerfully beneath the surface beyond your sight. Even when you feel nothing changing, my hand is moving. Look at the seasons I created. Winter may appear barren, but deep beneath the frozen ground roots grow stronger, preparing for the life that will burst forth in spring. Your life has seasons, too. Do not fear the winter. It is shaping you for the harvest. I am the God who redeems wasted time. The years the locust has eaten, the opportunities you think are gone forever, I will restore. Joel 2:25. I can take the pain that threatened to break you and turn it into the very testimony that will set others free. What you see as loss, I see as preparation for a greater gain. You have asked me, Lord, how long? And I whisper back, until the work is complete. You may not understand the details now, but I am fitting each piece into place. Nothing in your life is random. The disappointments, the delays, the detours, all have purpose in my design. My beloved, the enemy wants you to believe you are forgotten, but I call you by name, Isaiah 43:1. I know every detail of your life, every hair on your head, every breath you take. I have numbered your days, and in each one my mercy is new every morning. Lamentations 3:22-23. When you walk through deep waters, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. Isaiah 43:2. You will come out purified, not destroyed, stronger, not shattered. So lift your eyes. My child, do not let your heart be ruled by what you see in the natural. Fix your gaze on me, the author and perfecter of your faith, Hebrews 12:2. For the story I am writing is not finished, and the ending I have planned is greater than you can imagine. Your waiting is not wasted. Your tears are not unseen, and your prayers, even the ones you have forgotten you prayed, are before me still like incense rising to my throne. In my perfect time, the answers will come, and you will see that every no, every not yet was leading you toward my best. Hold on, beloved. The dawn is near, and when it breaks, you will look back on this season not with bitterness, but with awe, for you will see how my hand was guiding you every step of the way.